Hello guys and welcome back to SuperJump 2. Right now we have Day 1 Wave B Redemption Brackets, and here I am today joined by Dragonuto, also known as Toby. Say hi, Toby.
Hi Matt, how are you doing?
Well, you just botched it because I was about to say my name. I'm here, Matt Ninja from you know me. And here we are. And I've got a little bit of a surprise for you guys. I'm not actually Matt, it's Dura. Whoa!
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize, to be honest, you did sound way more handsome than Matt, so I was kind of confused there when you're coming in. You sounded way better. Either way, we're coming in. We've got the redemption bracket to play right now, so I'm sure you've all been enjoying SuperJump streams so far. You've had a bunch of great matches, a bunch of great commentators on, and me and Dura are going to take you through the rest of the day. Redemption bracket B-side. We're starting out with a pretty good match, pretty solid match to watch. We've got Dark Rain versus Sonaria, both South American teams, so a bit of a battle of the same continent. What are you thinking about this one, Dura? What are you thinking going in?
I'm still thinking about how much fun I had with that intro. But,
Okay.
but no, I really want to see. I've never really delved that much into
The
South
British
American.
accent?
No,
Oh,
South
South
American.
American.
No, I'm very well versed in the British accent. But yeah, I
Right.
really want to see how this goes. I'm not sure I know all these players, and what a good way to know them as Splat Zone's Inkling, such a classic.
Yeah, classic map. All I can think of when I'm hearing South American is that massive controversy with the Chilean players in the North American League. But that being said, we're starting our match on Inkblot. We got some pretty standard comps, except for maybe a normal mini splatling, which is a bit of an interesting choice. But missile spam is forever popular on splat zones. A bit of a neutral start, but we'll see how this one plays out. Both teams looking pretty standard.
Seems like a bit of a delayed armor from the side of Sonaria, which does end up leaving them to be two people down here, and it seems like it's early control for, not Sonaria, my bad, for Dark Rain. Quick lead for Dark Rain.
Yeah, looking pretty good. They're trying to get their specials up. Ink armor again on the board. Missiles are up as well. Popped a little bit early on the armor, I'd say, but it doesn't really matter too much. They managed to get the one pick. Missiles come out, get a bit of space. So that advantages in. Armor again a bit late there, coming out for Dark Rain, but that's fine as control has been wrestled back.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a late armor. As you can see, there are only two people up from the side of Dark Rain, so not sure how they would have managed to defend that. This armor from the side of Sonaria didn't get to save that Kid Pro, and the Zap does go down too, as well as the Bomb Rush user going down to the Inkjet. This seems like a quick flip of mid and the entire map control for the side of Dark Rain. And as we see one of the opponent's players jump out, we were... Oh
Back
no,
to a reset.
actually, yeah, back to reset. I was about to say it.
Yeah? Alright, well, going in, we've got another team fight. Booyah Bomb comes out just to make some space for the drop in. They drop in, managed to get two picks here, and that's another quick flip for the side of the team. They did lose the lead, but so far they've kept it kind of close. 59-53. Obviously got that penalty ticking down. They do lose their splash in the fight, but it's looking like the enemy team are retreating for a clean re-engagement.
I will say both these teams have been using the jump out feature, and quite well. You see, we just saw two of these players jump out to go back in as a team as they pop the missiles and the bubbles. They get control of the zone. Two people down on the opposing team. They push up into the enemy plat, and we saw another person jump out. This is full control for the side of Dark Rain here.
I believe it's Sonaria, but yes, they have got full
Sonaria.
control. They have got full control. They've managed to break through all of their bank as well, and they are going to quickly wrestle back the lead. Two Bomb Rush and Booyah Bomb both coming out, but the Bomb Rush are being kind of pushed back, and the missiles kind of come to nothing as the rest of his team gets wiped, and that's Sonaria now getting a bit of a lead. Now it's looking towards final fight territory for Sonaria. If they manage to hold on to this, they have got armor on board and Inkjet, so could have an armor Inkjet here just to secure this round. Or they do lose one of their members early on, but they get it with a trade, and the second member comes out, Ink armor, and that's looking like that's going to be the first match, concluding there.
Clean.
Yeah, well,
Very
I would
clean
say
conclusion there.
Yeah, I was going to say, clean conclusion, because right at the start it was a bit back and forth. Both teams couldn't quite find their footing. Specials were coming out, and they were getting a lot of recontests, and you rightly pointed out that they were jumping out a lot. So, obviously taking this it's very Japanese way of playing, isn't it? If you don't mind me saying, like, we always used to look back and say, oh, Japanese they won't re-engage in a fight unless they know they're going to win it. So they'll jump out if they lose a member, just to reduce that respawn time. And well, for Sonaria, that seemed to work out as they managed to take this one home. Dark Rain now looking to maybe equalize this. Is counter picks, so they do get a choice of the map that they're going to run this to next.
Mm-hmm. I do want to say it was so back and forth that I even lost track of which team was which. And I'm definitely blaming the game and the circumstance and not myself for that.
Dura would never lose track, you know. It's just one of those games, I think, and you can't really do much about that. Well, no, who wouldn't have? Matt wouldn't have lost track of those. So
no.
Look, I mourn his loss. Maybe you could bring his essence back, Dura. What's going on? Come on, where's the accent?
I'll channel my inner Matt for the next.
Inner Matt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to pick up on something you said though about the jumping out and the very, you said, Japanese way of playing that we've seen the West adopt in the past couple of years. And it's not only just the respawn time that they are saving for themselves, it's also the special points. And we saw that this one time, I believe the members of Dark Rain jumped out, and instantly, as they landed, their teammate popped missiles and they were ready to go once again. And that is the magic of staying alive and repositioning with the use of super jumping, which coincidentally is the name of the tournament.
Wow, look at you, branding. Well, I mean, you should be making a video about that. 'Cause you seem quite knowledgeable, huh, Dura? Got to put some more content out for the Splatoon community coming up to Splatoon 3.
Well,
no,
you said it, not me. You called me a genius. I didn't say anything.
Okay, well, look, you could be smart sometimes, Dura. You might lose track of teams, and you might say some. You might be a silver Lucio player and a bit.
Hey, I'm platinum.
Platinum? Are you? Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, according to Matt, you play like a silver Lucio. So. No. Well, nonetheless. All right, we're talking a bunch of crap. The Dark Rain have picked. They made their choice. We're going on to Tower Control. We're playing Starfish Main Stage. Another classic map. Classic map pick. Honestly, one of my favorite Tower Control maps, just because of how snaky the path is, and it tends to allow for some interesting engagements. What are you expecting out of both sides here? We saw a Splash-O-Matic, we saw a Forge Splash Shot Pro, I believe, which is an interesting pick. Do you think we're going to see something more along the lines of something traditional, like a C-Jet, or are they going to stay with this sort of close-range engagement type of comp?
Well, not to be that guy, but I do believe it was a K-Pro.
Okay, well, there was a K-Pro, there was a Forge. There was two.
Right. No. But I'm not saying this with the nil intent. I just want to say that I probably would expect the K-Pro to come out on this mode because Booyah Bomb is really, really strong in tower control, as we know. And yeah, I'm really curious to see if Steam brings out the Mini once again. It's a really interesting pick and definitely a very valid missile weapon. And I'd love to see have more play.
Well, yeah, I always think that myself. I was like, people tend to pick V-Jet over Mini, I guess, as their backline missile spammer. But Mini produces missiles like anything. Like you can get like 14, 16 missiles out in a game if you're painting and spamming. That's an interesting choice. We see the Hydra and the Vanilla Doolies and a Naught come out. Interesting comps, interesting choice of comp. The Hydra are most likely to substitute for the armor, but they are playing double armor as well. Is that the Inkjet Naught? Am I going?
That is the Inkjet Naught, yes.
Okay, the Inkjet Naught. Yeah, well, I mean, interesting choice, I guess. Probably looking for those armor jets. Doesn't really matter when half your team gets wiped out almost immediately.
Yeah, I was about to say, as we were going on that tangent, the Hydra player just flanked and got a triple. And now he has armor, and they're ready to ride the tower, and I expect him to clear this checkpoint, hopefully, maybe not with these missiles. But definitely a strong start for Sonaria.
Yeah, pretty strong start, but obviously getting reset quite quickly. Obviously, missiles showing themselves again how strong they can be, even just to disengage the enemy from the objective. Doesn't really matter again because just getting picked off over and over are Dark Rain and Sonaria kind of finding their feet. They might be on the tower, but oh, actually, you know what? I take it all back. Dark Rain making some progress now. They do have specials on board. Booyah Bomb comes out to clear the top left. Doesn't quite find anybody. Doesn't quite find the Hydra who's hiding there, but it does make a little bit of space.
Yeah, here the duelie's diving onto tower, ending up getting 3 as his teammate wipes out the last remaining opponent there. And I think Sonaria here is in a really good spot to start pushing back in. They aggress onto this Not player. He does go down, and as the missiles and the armor comes out, I think they can clear this checkpoint and pave the way for a great push.
Yeah, well, they can clear the checkpoint if the Hydra doesn't keep coming off tower, because every time they've had this opportunity, whilst I fully agree that they should be aggressing, nobody wants to seem to ride that tower. They finally do get through that checkpoint after a little bit of tower jockey, but it's given enough time for Dark Rain to respawn and potentially earn some specials that could stop this push.
As the Booyah goes down on the top left here of the enemy team, the Junior does go down right before he can pop the armor. Bowen here flanking, poking through the flank, sending some bombs over and charging up that special meter. It's a 3v3 situation right now, and as Bowen gets a pick assisted by his teammate, he charges the armor, and this looks like full control for the start of Dark Rain. As Bowen sharks you, but gets spotted. I was gonna say pop the armor, he does, but it's only 1 remaining alive on his side. And Sonaria here just keeps their presence in the enemy side of the map.
Yeah, Dark Rain really struggling right now to get back that mid control, and losing on a flank as well. That's tough, getting called out almost immediately. Good communication being shown there for Sonaria. And Dark Rain, again, they're on the back foot. The checkpoint getting pushed through for Sonaria is going to be really strong for them. And that's looking like a really good lead. They've already lost 2 members, but that checkpoint, hugely important there to maintain. Specifically if Dark Rain want to make an overtime push. They do manage to get back on tower and take out the Junior, but there's a little bit of a sharper going on. Kind of slowing them down.
Did end up jumping out, and the fact that Sonaria there managed to get that checkpoint out of the way means that it's any push that they start becomes so much more intimidating, as 3 of the players from the side of Dark Rain go down. Everybody is down, and Sonaria just keeps on pushing. They keep on pushing, keep on aggressing, and they have, look at that, half of their specials online and ready to go. And as I say that, the Junior goes down. This is a prime opportunity for Dark Rain to take back the tower, but it's trade after trade after trade. If they keep up with the trades, they won't be able to take back control of the map.
Yeah, not really looking too good for Dark Rain. Every time they get those picks, they just can't quite get their foot back. They're just struggling to get that foothold. And Sonaria keeping up some incredible pressure here. That's just it's just making it really hard for them. They have to burn all their specials just to get them off the tower, and even then, it's only 1 pick. And then another member of Sonaria just takes out 2. And well, we've just seen it happen right there. Another 2 just go down immediately, and Sonaria back again on the push. And they've got the call. They know exactly where the other 2 members are, and they're not in a good position to stop this tower getting pushed forward. Specials are online, but it's only a missile, and it's only a Booyah, and the Booyah gets nothing, and the missiles look like they've been used defensively. It's just not looking too good for Dark Rain.
It really isn't. And look at the, no pun intended, the tower control from the side of Sonaria. They just keep poking in and out of the tower, just letting it stay at least in the same place, but on the enemy side of the map. It applies so much pressure, and it's so hard for Dark Rain to get out of this position unless they get 2, maybe 3, okay, just 2 of the enemies out of mid. Now they have mid. This is their last and only chance as they pop the armor. They have an inkjet ready, they pop the missiles, and they are ready to aggress. They do have 2 checkpoints to burn still, and they have this Not player eager to pop the inkjet on tower. He does trade, no one on tower, and Sonaria does get on tower. That is the end of this game. Going to Sonaria.
Yeah, that was a bit of a rough one there for Dark Rain. They were struggling a lot with taking that mid back. But even then, every fight that they won in quotation marks, like barely won, on their side of the map, it just nothing was happening, right? They took a little bit of presence and immediately got dived on basically and destroyed. So nothing really coming out of that for them. Definitely an unfortunate situation to be in, an unfortunate game for them. Just couldn't find their foothold. That being said, Sonaria playing incredibly well, making good use of that custom Hydra to put the presence on and push back Dark Rain and well, just a clean game, I guess, from them.
Yeah, it really was, and I really meant it when I said what I said about them going in and out of tower, or on and off of tower rather. That is such a valid strategy to just keep the tower on the same place. If you realize that the enemy team can't make it past line A or line B in the map.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, look, just keep that control, keep the tower on your side of the map, the side of the map you wanna push, and capitalize on the height advantage that you have, especially on a map like Starfish, where it all kind of goes up towards that middle section. Definitely a clean game coming out from Sonaria. That being said, I believe this was a best of 3, so that is it for Dark Rain.
It's a best of 5.
It's a best of 5. Oh, I'm wrong. You know. It's been a long day, Dura. I thought I was gonna have Matt with me for support.
You're guardian angel.
You're my guardian angel.
I got you, man.
Wow, my Portuguese angel. I love it. well, my Portuguese angel who can speak exactly like a British person. That's what I'm here for. Go on, go on, bring it out just a little bit of the accent, please. Condora.
I hate doing this under pressure.
What is good? It's not bad. You just sound a bit like Gordon Ramsay.
It's better when I try to sound like Matt. You know.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Because
well,
Matt. Okay. This chat, everybody watching. This is how you impersonate Matt. You need to find something that deeply angers you. For Matt, it's playing Overwatch with myself, and I'm a healer, but I'm way out of position. And he says, "Dura, what are you doing? You're supposed to be healing me." And that's how you do it.
It's always perfect. That's the thing that gets me. I've been on the other end of that so many times. Matt shouting at me for not healing him properly in Overwatch, or not playing with him, and getting in so much trouble. And he sounds exactly like that. It's on point. It's like, "Dura or Toby, what are you doing? You don't know how to play the game. Just get on the tower." Well,
yeah, in Splatoon terms, I was about to say, maybe we should turn this into Splatoon terms, and it would go something like, "Dura, paint the zone! What are you doing? What are you doing? You need to paint the zone!"
Get on Junior, Dura! What are you doing? You threw that game! Why are you playing Splash-O-Matic?
Mm-hmm. And then you press X, open the map, and you notice that Matt is on a Narnia flank, way away from zone.
Yeah, and it's your fault. It's your fault he's on the flank.
Enough about Matt. Enough about Matt. This could possibly be the last game in this set. And Dark Rain has kind of picked Splat Zone Skipper, going back into zones, and going to, might I say, a very different map from the others.
Yeah, no, Skipper completely different. Like Starfish and Inkbot are quite typical. I like how we just gone completely almost immediately just straight back into normal commentary. Like this didn't even happen. But no. Skipper a completely different style of map, right? It's like a giant V. It's all uphill towards the spot, and that spot zone is quite large. 2 main direct avenues of attack. You either go to the bottom or you go from the top, and that top area can be an absolute bloodbath for the long range weapon.
Yeah.
So yeah, different. Not as traditional as Inkblot. We'll see what they. It's an interesting pick, honestly, especially after seeing the custom Hydra coming out from Sonaria. I'm not quite sure why they would go here. If they're thinking maybe they can trump him or trump them on the on the charger. Not sure, or they just decide that they're gonna play around it with some their 4 short range shooter weapon. We'll see.
Let's see. Yeah.
I think they think they can trump them on the short range. Well, we'll see how that one plays out for them as the Hydra is coming out again, and Dark Rain. Well, we can see from the map they're taking kind of a split here. The Capo immediately getting singled out. 3 members down the bottom. They get the early control, but they haven't really taken the initiative here. You would have thought they bring 3 members down. They win the fight. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. But you would have thought with the 3 members, you'd go down and you try and fight the 2. You have the call out from the Caper that was still up top. But not quite working out for them. A bit of a flip going back and forward here. You can see the paint power coming out from Dark Rain here to keep that zone towards them. Not quite working out when they're getting picked off like anything. So a control for Sonaria coming straight back, and well, they got to break in now. They got to break in. Skipper's walls.
Yeah, Sonaria just kept swatting them like flies, and now with the armor going out, it seems like they really want to deny access to zone, and 2 people go down. I don't even know how that happened. One of them died to a bomb, and the K-Shot must have died on the top side. Not the K-Shot, the Splash must have died on the top side of the map. This Booyah going down from the lonesome K-Pro down at the bottom of the map. Doesn't really put in that much work, I will say. Clem here on the top, ready to pop the missiles, waiting for his team as they have close to 20 seconds to finishing this game, but it's looking grim. It's looking really grim for them. They really got to move. There's only 2 people left alive on the side of Dark Rain. Clem gets a couple huge picks, but doesn't manage to flip the zone. That is so disheartening.
That's really unfortunate. Well, it was looking like a great turnaround, managed to get those picks, but not the team presence wasn't there, and unfortunately the zone presence wasn't there. And Dura, you've got to paint the zone. Just coming to life right in the game, and an unfortunate one there for Dark Rain, as they were looking like they were going to make a bit of a comeback. Sonaria though with a swift 3-0, I believe that is. So well played from them.
Yeah, very well played. It's really disheartening how that turned out at the end, because they had a really good opportunity, but unfortunately for them, most of the team was down and couldn't help with painting the zone.
Yeah, you know,
that's
honestly,
Splatoon, baby.
that is Splatoon. Honestly, I think the long range could have come out. I mean, they did play the mini, I believe. Yeah, surely they could have switched on to something like a heavy splatling to try and counter it. Although the heavy splatling is probably one of the worst backline weapons in the game at the moment. I'm getting funny looks, but I'm getting funny looks. Yeah, I've got a special guest. Maybe I can bring a special. What do you think about splatlings? Come on. All right. Okay, so I've got a special guest around my house at the moment. They are a traditional splatling player. What do you think about heavy splatling on Skipper Pavilion, Kaji?
Heavy splatling is the best backline.
Okay, that's enough. We've heard enough from our special guest. That's great. Dora, what do you think is the best backline on Skipper Pavilion?
Whoa. We're not gonna gloss over the fact that we casually had Kaji, Crack in Paradise, just feature on the stream like that.
Yeah, what? What do you want me to just say? Like, she's just here.
Man,
it was a voice clip. I had a button that I clicked. Yeah,
guys, the UK scene is crazy.
Yeah? No.
The UK scene is crazy. They all know each other.
That was actually my accent. You know, I spoke. That was me speaking then.
That was crazy.
Well,
anyways,
I just, you know, I had to take the opportunity because I had like a legendary splatling player to come on to give their opinion. Obviously, splatling, according to her, best on Skipper Pavilion. So maybe that would have been a good pick for Dark Rain to bring that one home. But unfortunately, not quite working out for them in this case.
Yeah, I'm not quite working out, and like not many things working out. It's not gonna work out. Us, you know what I mean, Toby?
Yeah.
We gotta shut up. We gotta shut up because I'll tell you why. Because grander things are coming.